Tired of cookie cutter homes that all look the same? This one breaks the mold. In this Porter Ranch home tour, we're showing you a Porter Ranch home for sale that's as functional as it is stylish. With 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, this property offers the kind of versatility today's buyers are searching for. From the remodeled kitchen with quartz countertops and custom cabinetry to the modernized bathrooms and upgraded systems. This home checks all the boxes. And yes, there is a pool. If you're house hunting in Porter Ranch and want something with personality, practicality, and serious value, stick around. You do not want to miss this one. On today's home tour, we're going to be showcasing to you our newest listing in Porter Ranch, California at 18520 Asuncion Street, again in the city of Porter Ranch. Now this home is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,174 square feet of living space on a 9,689 square foot lot built in 1965. I've actually sold a ton of this floor plan, so can't wait to show it to you. Now, the homeowners at this house, they have done a ton, and that is an understatement because they bought it essentially from the original owner, and they have transformed everything, whether it be the flooring, the kitchen, the bathrooms, the backyard, redoing the pool, and included so many different systems in this home. And we're gonna showcase all of that to you today, I promise. So where are we? So again, we're in the city of Porter Ranch. We're located off Reseda Boulevard and Rinaldi Street. We're located north of Rinaldi. So Porter Ranch, located about 28 miles north of downtown Los Angeles. And Porter Ranch is a very, I wouldn't say up and coming at this point, but a lot of people love moving to this community just because your dollar gets stretched so much farther than other areas, maybe like the south side of the valley, Glendale, Burbank, Pasadena, you name it. And so you have a lot of people moving out here. The schools are incredible. We'll get into that during this video, as well as so many different things such as hiking trails, shopping, dining, and just so many different things that Porter Ranch has to offer, such as the farmers market every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. across from the Vineyards. And speaking of the Vineyards, that's when you can find a lot of fine dining and shopping, including Lure Fish House. You have the Whole Foods Market, AMC Theater, Gus's Barbecue, just to name a few. All right, let's start this home tour. As we face the front of the house now, right, you're gonna see the rock facing, but also notice a lot of things already just from the exterior of the home. You have a newer roof. You can see the dual pane windows. Take a look at the pavers here in this front area right here where you can either set up, as a patio or like they have it, more of a sports court. So just kind of an extra space for you as the homeowner to be able to utilize depending on how you want to do it. Maybe you want to put some lawn furniture out there, but like they have out here, they have a really nice basketball hoop. So let's go to the front of the house, right? You can see the landscaping that they have. Very low maintenance here in the front of this home. And then you have this lovely walkway to the front of the house, and that'll take us to the front porch and our double door entry. All right, welcome into the interior of our newest listing, 18520 Asuncion Street in the city of Porter Ranch, California. So as you enter in right here, you have a few steps, and this takes us to the second level. So on your second level, you are going to have your living room, your dining room, and your kitchen, as well as eat-in area on this level. But first here in this living room, this is a very large space for sure. You got your stone fireplace here, and then of course you have your recessed lighting above. And look, obviously when these homes were built in the mid-60s, they did not have dual pane windows. So having these newer windows is a really nice feature here for this home. And it really just allows all that natural light to flow in. And you can see this lovely hardwood floor that you're gonna see throughout a majority of the home. So this is your living room, and that automatically leads you into your formal dining area. So this is really nice. It's right off the kitchen, situated in between your living room and your kitchen areas. And you can see that you can put a really large table in here as well. And then again, just like the living room, you have large windows allowing that natural light to flow in. So again, you know, if you need a space that has to have a large table, you can do it definitely right here. So the dining room flows right into the kitchen. So let's talk about the kitchen here, because look, you know, back in the 60s, it wasn't like this, right? So you got your quartz countertops here, and you have your newer cabinetry, right? So these sellers, they did everything in this kitchen. It was basically original for the most part. And then, you know, I'll put my hand right here. This is where you had a lot of your kitchen cabinetry hanging down, where you see that a lot of times, you know, from homes built in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So they took that out, made it more open, right? And then take a look at the beautiful tile backsplash right here that you have. So I like how you're able to contrast the colors here, because if you take a look at the flooring, right? So you have a darker flooring to begin with, and as a result of that, you kind of need an even darker color cabinetry, right? But then for the countertop itself, if you have something really dark, it's gonna look kind of awkward. So that's why having a quartz countertop like this that has speckles of a little bit of green and brown and the white, and then look at your backsplash right there. It has that turquoise greenish coloring right there, and there are hints of that in the countertop itself. So in the kitchen here, you're gonna see you have your freestanding range that has the gas range on top. You have your built-in microwave here. And then over to your right, where you have your dual sink basin, stainless steel, of course, I wanted to point this out, right? So a lot of times you'll see a nice garden window in the kitchen, but look what they did here. They continued the backsplash from the kitchen into the area where this garden window is situated. Nicely done. To me, that's a really nice touch. And then look above. We would be remiss if we didn't showcase this to you. So of course you have all your LED lights up there, but just a nice touch to this remodeled kitchen. Now, you do have an area over here where you could be able to sit here at the bar, which is gonna be fantastic. And then if you wanted to, there's room for you to put in a circular table also as an eat-in area. We've had a lot of clients, we've sold this floor plan so many times over the years, and this is a very popular floor plan in this neighborhood. And so a lot of people put in a really small circular table to be able to not only have your breakfast bar, your formal dining room, but of course you also have your eating area in the kitchen. Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. And like I always say, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch another one of our home tours. Let me know what you think of this home so far down below. All right, guys, look, if you're looking to buy a home here in Southern California, I always say definitely reach out to us to help us answer any of your questions that you might have. I would say it's a really interesting market right now, because here in Southern California, you're seeing some neighborhoods where the prices are softening, and you're seeing others where you're still seeing a lot of multiple offers. So it's really important that you have an agent working with you, not just your cousin or your uncle twice removed, right? Where it's a situation where, you know, maybe they do 1 or 2 deals a year and they don't have their pulse really what's taking place in the real estate market here in Southern California right now. So if you want, even if you want to use another real estate agent, but you just have questions, you're more than welcome to just give me a call, and I'd love to kind of answer the questions that you might be thinking about and might be keeping you up at night. And then of course, if you're looking to sell a home here in Southern California, I think it's really important that you work with the right agent who is being able to be honest with you about pricing of like where your home should be, because the inventory here has changed a little bit, but homes are still selling. And I think you need an agent that knows how to get homes sold, not just putting the house in the multiple listing service, that's really aggressive about making your home stand out better than everybody else's, regardless of the condition. Let's continue the home tour. All right, leaving the kitchen right now, we're gonna go downstairs to the first level. On this first level, you're gonna have the family room, your downstairs bathroom, and a downstairs bedroom. In the family room itself, again, you'll be able to see all the recessed lighting above. There's tons of built-in shelving around the fireplace, and rightfully so. This is where people are gonna hang their big screen at TV. This is where most people are gonna watch the big game, right? Because you have your living room to hang out, play games, have conversations, but to watch your favorite TV show, or if you're gaming or watch that big game, this is where your big screen TV is going to go. Now you also have a dry bar over here. Now a lot of these had the wet bars originally, and most people in today's world take out that wet bar, and how we have it situated right now, how this seller set it up, where they have the beverage refrigerator, that's perfect for this space in my opinion. And then of course, we're gonna go outside a little later, but just wanted to show you how you have the newer slider, right? Because these sellers bought the home from essentially the original owner. And so as a result of that, you know what, it was original slider. So the fact that they came in and they put in a brand new slider here definitely changes the aesthetics of how this home looks and gives it a much more modern feel. Let's talk about the downstairs bedroom and bathroom. So this bedroom, I've seen people use it from everything as a guest bedroom, a home office, a den, a playroom, you name it, I've seen it. So if you need to have an in-law live with you possibly, this might be a good setup because they're on the lower level. They don't have to go upstairs, right, to enter into this room. And then of course you have the bathroom right across the way, right? So you have the bathroom right there, and that is also remodeled. So this will be the bathroom that's going to service this downstairs bedroom, as well as people utilizing the family room. And this also gives you the entryway to go to your garage. Let's go upstairs now. Now that you've seen one bedroom and one bath downstairs on the lower level, we're gonna go past the second level up to the third level, where you're gonna have multiple bedrooms, including the primary bedroom and bathroom. Now, while we take a look at the other two bedrooms, wanted to kind of inform you of what the schools are in this neighborhood. The schools here in this neighborhood are award-winning. It's one of the biggest reasons why families move into this neighborhood. This home falls into the boundaries of Castlebay Lane Elementary, Robert Frost Middle School, and Granada Hills Charter High School. Now, Castlebay Lane, it always finds itself with a score between 9 and 10. Middle school is going to be Robert Frost, and the high school, also award-winning, Granada Hills Charter High School. Three of the best schools for LA Unified. This home happens to be in the boundaries for those three. Okay, let's go now to the primary bedroom. Right, okay, so this primary bedroom does have a bathroom attached. Once again, you'll be able to notice the LED lighting up over there. You're gonna have wall-to-wall closets on both sides of this room. And again, you can see this hardwood flooring that they've been using throughout the home. And again, you can also see the light being able to flow in from the windows there in the corner. So again, allowing that natural light to be able to shine through, especially for hours later in the day. All right, so over to our right is going to be the primary bathroom, right? And so as a result here, again, I like how they have just a slightly different color flooring on here, just to contrast it a little bit. And this goes perfectly with the color they chose here on the sink. Now, I like this a lot because white still works when it comes to cabinetry, but you're seeing one of the colors right now is this right here. You're seeing more of a cream color, a little bit darker color when it comes to the cabinetry, maybe not too dark. Then you have a quartz countertop on the top of your vanity, and this goes perfectly with the colors because you got the gray, you got a little bit of green hueish in that countertop. So it goes great with this grayish green colored cabinetry also. The shower itself, you got the overhead shower head right there. And then I like the custom tile that they have. We're able to remodel. Nothing gaudy, but very simple. You got a color contrast with the tile on the bottom of the shower enclosure, and then you have the white. So the white goes perfectly because you have a different color painted wall, and the color painted on the walls goes perfectly with the color of the cabinets on the vanity. Ever wanted that tropical feel in your backyard, that desert oasis, maybe feeling like you're in Palm Desert? Take a look at this palm tree right here. I love the character that these palm trees bring to this backyard. And of course, on your warm, hot summer days, you have this beautiful oversized pool to enjoy with all your friends and family. So in this backyard, you're gonna actually enter from the house from downstairs on the first level from the family room. But let's talk about this backyard because you have a lot of concrete in this space. So it's great, you can set up a lot of patio furniture back here. But obviously the star of the backyard is going to be this oversized pool. It has a newer tile on this one. When the sellers bought the home from the previous owner, they needed to replaster this pool, and now just look at this, just glistening, the crystal blue water of this pool. Perfect on a sunny day here in Southern California. What do you guys think of this wonderful home in Porter Ranch? So if you'd like to schedule a tour, definitely reach out to us. All right, so again, like we talked about before, if you're buying a home and you have questions of what it takes to get your offer accepted, I can't tell you as a listing agent how many times I see offers that are poorly written when it comes my way. And the buyers just simply don't know because nobody's educated them that that type of offer is probably not going to get their offer accepted. All right, so then again, if you're selling a home, the amount of prep work that you need to do, you might feel that it's a lot, but at the end of the day, the work that you put in up front is going to help get you more money for your home on the back side of it. And that's one of the things when we really work with our sellers that we take a lot of pride in, to be able to make sure the house looks move-in ready, whether it be our complimentary staging program or our Concierge Plus program that allows you as the seller to be able to remodel and make repairs to the house with no cost up front. You're able to pay everything through the net proceeds at the close of escrow. And a lot of times, you know, it might be $30,000, it might be $60,000. But if it actually doubles the amount that you're going to be able to get back as far as what your investment is, well, that probably makes a lot of sense for a lot of sellers. So if you want more information on that, definitely reach out to us. Otherwise, we will look forward to seeing you next time on our next home tour.